coffee. Coffee now!
You want to try it, Pokey?
No, thanks. I prefer grass.
Well, in Washington, D.C., anti-shutdown protesters clashed with the police outside the White House. People angry at the closure of Washington memorials during the government shutdown confronted police officers and removed the barricades outside the gates of the White House. Some of the protesters called for the impeachment of President Barack Obama. Some others put the blame on the political system in the U.S.
All these people are down here because things are broken. It's broken all the way around. I mean, isn't it? I mean, I'm tired of getting kicked around. I've lost money on this.
You know what? It's Republicans and Democrats. It's not just a one-party deal. Okay, it's the establishment. It's the elected officials are no longer representing the people. It doesn't matter if you're a Democrat or Republican. You have to look at this as an American and see that they aren't looking out for you.
Meanwhile, some other demonstrators gathered on Capitol Hill calling for an end to the government shutdown. They also chanted slogans demanding return to work. The U.S. government has been partially shut down following the Republicans' refusal to approve the budget bill. Earlier, we were joined by our correspondent in Washington, Colin Campbell. He says the protest shows the frustration of the Americans with their political system.
The inability of Congress to get legislation passed that would reopen the government fully, make sure that the U.S. economic condition is not jeopardized, and that's what these protesters were upset about today. Most Americans, if you poll them, they would put the problem and the blame of this government shutdown on Republicans. But the image of people in front of the White House protesting, saying that the president should be impeached, that the president should leave his position, and the Republicans who have aligned themselves with these protesters, who are showing their angst against the government. Now Republicans may feel that they have more political will on their side to hold out against the Obama administration and Senate Democrats. This government has been operating and opening up slowly on a piecemeal basis, and that simply isn't enough for many Americans who are depending on it for their daily existence.
A former Marion County Sheriff's deputy is in jail tonight, charged with stalking his victim. His victim is his ex-wife in Ohio, and when police arrested him, they found a stash of weapons in his Indianapolis home. 6 News crime investigator Jack Reinhardt is live in the newsroom with more. Jack?
Well, Todd, Christian Keene, the former sheriff's deputy, waived extradition this afternoon and tonight sits in the Butler County, Ohio jail. Police say Keene, a former member of the SWAT team and an Iraqi soldier for hire, was heavily armed and capable of carrying out his threats. Police extradited 32-year-old Christian Keene of Indianapolis to Westchester, Ohio, to face charges of felony stalking and felony invasion of privacy. Westchester police say Keene violated a protective order, one forbidding him to possess firearms.
The court order that was issued out of Butler County stated in that, pursuant to that court order, that anti-stalking order, he was not to be in any possession of any firearms.
Westchester and Metro Police served a search warrant at Keene's far southwest side home Friday night, where they found a cache of weapons and military hardware. Arresting officers confiscated more than 50 weapons, including handguns, shotguns, and assault-style rifles, dummy hand grenades, and a mortar field piece. According to police, Keene used a phone, text messages, and a computer to stalk his Westchester ex-girlfriend for more than a month. In one police report, the ex-girlfriend kicked Keene out of her car last month in Kent, Ohio, after they went on a trip together. Keene spent at least 5 years on the Marion County Sheriff's Department, where he was a member of the SWAT team. Keene also claims that he was a member of the private Blackwater Security Force in Iraq, a mercenary outfit under federal investigation related to the murder of innocent civilians. Westchester police characterized the allegations against Keene as serious.
We look at these very seriously, any of these threats that are made, and here's an individual, I think, if his past is capable of carrying these out.
Keene received a medical discharge from the Marion County Sheriff's Department last year after injuring his back. He will appear in a Butler County, Ohio courtroom tomorrow or Wednesday to face his stalking charges. Live in the newsroom, Jack Reinhardt, 6 News.